What was the moment like, that magical moment when you were all back together in the same room playing music? Can you just paint a picture of that for us?
It was actually quite emotional. I remember getting emotional. I think our manager was there and he was almost in tears.
He was like, don't tell my wife I didn't cry at my own wedding. I might cry now.
I think you told me he was in tears at the prospect of having to work with you again on a regular basis.
The funny thing was, and it sounds really corny, but it felt like we hadn't really taken a break because we hadn't played those songs in so long. But as soon as you hit that first note, your muscle memory kicks in, and we just started going through all these songs, and they just came back instantly.
Yeah.
And they felt really fresh, which is exactly why we took a break, is to get that feeling back of it being new and exciting,
and it does feel like that.
It's all paid off really.
Now there is a tour already in for the first album.
Yeah.
But everyone's going to be asking us tonight, when is there going to be a full tour of new material, all bells and all whistles?
I don't really know what we meant to say. We
early next year.
Eschewed the services of our plugger today. But yeah, there'll be a UK tour at the start of next year.
Can you just explain the parenthesis to me? I've always wanted a band to talk me through the grammar of a song title. Oh, how does it come about?
I think that was just how you sent the original demo. But I was having a debate last week. Should it be Eat, Sleep, Wake with commas, or dashes, or
these are the anxiety dreams that you have.
Yeah.
The learned man. What in about grammar?
No, I'm not sure about the parentheses though.
I did send you a song the other day, and his comment back was that the grammar in the title was wrong.
Excellent.
Nothing about the music.
It's the pedantry of a band that you miss, doing your own things. And when you play those gigs in November, will you have an encore of here's something to look forward to? Or how do you decide that? What's the democracy in the band like when it comes to making those decisions?
I think we definitely want to play. We don't want just those gigs to seem like 100% just like a throwback, because we are still like under 30 years old, and it's not like a big reunion when you're just playing like your first record.
Yeah, it feels. Yeah, we'll go out and play the hits as well. But yeah, I think it'll be really interesting to go back and play all those old songs again, regardless of what we do in the encore. Because I think that record has a lot of kind of emotional appeal for like people of a certain age that kind of grew up as we did.
Something I really want to talk to you about was about some of the bands that you came through with have had a great longevity. You're all still going. Like we've had Wombats in recently, we've had this great resurgence. Even seeing Florence and Foles, people really lasting. And there's a lot, I think, a common misconception that bands sort of have a short shelf life now. But it's great to see that your generation's sticking it out and coming back with new music. Do you feel proud to be part of that wave of music that you broke through with at the same time?
Yeah, definitely. I think there is less guitar music around than when we started. I think when we were growing up, there were a lot of like indie bangers, as I would describe them on my Twitter. Like you don't see it in the charts in the same way. It's certainly not in the single charts in the same way you do anymore. There's no like, I don't know, Take Me Out or Mr. Brightside or whatever. But I do think, despite that, there have been a lot of bands and artists that from our generation and that we grew up with that have been, as you said, been able to build very lasting careers despite that. And I don't know, but also at the same time, I have sort of noticed over the last few years, like a lot of people breaking up or falling by the wayside. And it is a hard thing to do for a sustained period of time, regardless of kind of success or failure. It does take its toll on people, I think.
Is it a bit of a catalyst for you to get back together properly, like really actually get back in the studio when you see a band like Foles releasing a new album? Is there a text message or a WhatsApp or some kind of communication behind you that says, right, come on guys, let's give it a go again?
I would say definitely not.
Really?
We did have a moment where Foles, we were about to make a big announcement, and then they did exactly the same thing, and we got really angry at them.
Just take a breath, calm down, give it a few days, it'll all be all right.
No, I don't know. I think I don't think we're competitive about it in that way.
I'm going to have to ask you a really lowbrow, silly question now. Sorry, boys. I'm writing a book, and I have been for the last 3 years, actually the last 15 years, called Slash Gordon. Terrible pun. And it all was inspired by an awkward incident in a bathroom with somebody incredibly famous. And from that day onwards, I've been asking people about bumping into famous people in the toilet. Recently, we had Marcus Mumford had the misfortune of seeing Bob Dylan, his hero, and there was nowhere to wash his hands. So he had to miss the opportunity to say hello properly. So stories like that. Have you had an incident in Bombay Bicycle Club where you found yourself beside somebody famous in a bathroom?
I've got some.
I've got to talk about mine.
yeah, share it with us, please.
I've got one, but I wouldn't want to embarrass the person.
Who is it?
I'm not going to say.
Can you give us a pseudonym?
Can they remain anonymous?
There are two people in music, and one of them was like to the other one, and it's sort of like, look, man, you just got to get out to Mali. That's where all the hot music is. You can probably guess who it is.
That's amazing. That is great.
And I was just laughing into the urinal.
Yeah.
Radio X.